Softball International Cup presented by Mercy on ESPN. And welcome into Devon Park in Oklahoma City, the softball capital of the world, as Team USA looks to win its 11th gold medal in this competition. And they'll have to do it against the #1 program in the world in Japan. I am Brandon Hart alongside former Team USA outfielder Destiny McElroy. And Destiny, these two teams went unbeaten in group play. They both won their semifinal matchups, and now we get to see the best in the world go at it for the gold.
Yes, they have been so good. Offensively, defensively, you're really going to see the best tonight. I think they are no stranger to one another in the finals of a lot of different events throughout the years. It's going to be a true matchup, and it's going to be so fun. There's a big, great crowd, and it's going to be an exciting night.
Japan was able to beat Canada yesterday in their semifinal, and the United States, they had to beat the elite team. So let's go to the highlights on that one, as Team USA was able to get things going early. Maya Brady leading off the bottom of the first inning, shooting this one the other way for her second home run of the week. And then in the 6th inning, it was Megan Grant hitting a pinch hit 2-run home run to cap off the scoring for the national team. But in the 7th inning, the elites were threatening when this single by Morgan Zirkle scored one, but Maya Brady was able to gun down Reese Atwood at the plate to end the game. So the national team punched its ticket to the gold medal game with the 6-2 win. Lexi Kilfoyle got the win, 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits with just 1 run allowed, striking out 4, and Maya Brady also added a double to that solo home run for the national team. So it's the two best teams in the world, with Japan and the United States going for the gold here in the International Cup Finals. Lineups are next right here on ESPN+. It's a great day for softball here in Oklahoma City, Devon Park, for the gold medal game to the USA Softball International Cup presented by Mercy. 96 degrees and sunny skies, and the United States national team taking on Japan for the finals, and it is hot. It says we have a northerly wind at 11. You can see the flags. They're barely waving. It may have been 11 earlier, but it's not a whole lot of wind now. But it is hot and muggy, but the crowd sure has shown up today. Tons of fans in the stands to see the two best teams in the world face off against each other.
Yes, there is a special crowd today. There is the All-Americans youth softball event going on this week, where you will have the top players from 10 different regions. There's 12 and under and 14 and under represented. And all these young ladies had to try out in their respective regions. The way USA Softball is kind of structured is there's 10 regions with 56 different associations across the country, and all these young ladies went and tried out, and only 15 were selected for their region. So there are 24 teams. There are for the 12U. There's 14 teams for the 14U. And they're all coached by college coaches, different travel ball coaches. But they will all be playing here at Devon Park all throughout the week. So it's lots of competition, lots of excitement.
And it's not just this main field. There's some back fields as well. So there's 3 other fields here. So there will be a lot of softball played. And that doesn't just stop today. There's a lot more to be played here.
Yeah, and what a game to be a part of. I mean, USA getting to the finals with Japan. This is a really cool opportunity for these young ladies to get to see the best players in the world.
And no doubt that there are some future Team USA members that were out in the outfield during the national anthem. There's no doubt that there are some future Team USA players on that field.
Yeah, and getting to witness this firsthand and getting to see players like Maya Brady, Jada Coleman, Skylar Wallace, Montana Fouts in the circle. I mean, there are so many talented athletes that you just get to see on TV. So for these girls to have the opportunity to see them in person, it's special, and it's something they'll definitely remember.
So it is Team USA who takes the field. They'll be the home team again today, and Montana Fouts is in the circle, the 26-year-old right-hander from Grayson, Kentucky, graduate from Alabama in 2023, as she was a fantastic pitcher. And she struggled, though, in that first outing against Canada. Didn't get out of the first, but then she came back the next day against China and was dominant with 4 innings and gave up just 1 hit and 1 run and struck out 8.
She has definitely bounced back, and she has recovered from that first outing. She's such a great pitcher, great leader with a great head on her shoulders. I was excited to see how she responded to that, and she certainly has done a great job since then.
And here's the defense behind her with Brady, Coleman, and Wallace in the outfield. Brito, Jennings, Jefferson, and flipping around the diamond, Mulipula behind the plate once again, and Fouts in the circle. And take a look at the Japan starting lineup. They've started about the same starting lineup as they have just about every game, with Nakagawa at the top, but you see Naito, she has a home run this week. Yamauchi is 7 for 13. She's had 3 doubles in 3 different games, so they have a lot of firepower up and down the order for Team Japan. So Nakagawa Ayane will lead things off, and first pitch is a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes here to Nakagawa. It's 1 for 9 this week, but that one was a triple. Just missed outside again. 2 balls and no strikes to Nakagawa. And in that game against Canada, where Fouts pitched, it was missing the strike zone early. It was what ended up costing her. She had 2 walks and 2 hit batters in that third of an inning, but gets a swing and a miss here from Nakagawa.
Yeah, and I think that entire game, it was tough for both sides, both teams, to try to find that zone. I feel like that zone was a little bit pinched, but I think that Montana Fouts certainly had a tougher time adjusting to that zone, where she's trying to paint the inside part of the plate, hit a couple batters, and then just trying to find the zone and get hitters to chase. And those hitters were patient and didn't end up biting for it.
Comes back with 2 straight strikes, and Nakagawa fouls this one back. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Nakagawa. Montana Fouts from Grayson, Kentucky, and Northeast Kentucky. Population of just 3,800, so you don't have to be from Los Angeles or Oklahoma City. You can be from a small town and still make Team USA.
Yeah, and I think that's what those All-American programs are for. The event we just mentioned in the Open, just there's 12 and under, 14 and under All-American games, and that's where you can really find your opportunity to be identified for the national team program. There's also a high performance program that's out there. You can look online and just type in the HPP program with USA Softball and find your local identifier, and that gives you an opportunity to go be evaluated by former USA players, current USA players, and you put yourself into a database that can basically say, hey, you might be the best in Texas, or you might be the best in whatever part of the country you're in.
So Nakagawa skies this one to Flippin, and she catches it in foul ground for the first out. So one away here is just got a little bit on underneath it, and Flippin plenty of room over that way, makes the catch. Brings up Ishikawa Kaiko, I should say, is Ishikawa 4 for 14 this week, an RBI. Now 0-1.
It's a big out for Montana Fouts. When you're playing a team like Japan, they really thrive in getting that leadoff batter on.
This one's hit high into the air, this time to the left side. Brady's underneath it and makes the catch. And 2 easy outs so far here in the top half of the first. So 2 away, nobody on, and Naito Minori comes up now. And Naito 6 for 14 this week with a homer and double. She has driven in 6, though, for Japan. First pitch called, strike on the inner half, and Fouts is humming through his first 2+ batters.
Definitely looks comfortable, settled.
Called strike on the outer edge. So Naito in a hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Naito, one of a few Olympians on Team Japan, won the gold medal in 2020. Looks at that, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Four gold medalists from that 2020 Olympics in Japan. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Pops straight up in the air. Mulipola goes to the screen and runs out of room. So it stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Naito had that home run against Chinese Taipei on day 2. Chokes up on the bat a bit here. The 2-2. Tried to paint that edge and runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Montana Fouts tries to have a perfect inning here in the first. Payoff pitch. Fouled off, we'll do it again. Nakagawa was able to see 8 pitches in the first at-bat. And this will be pitch number 8 here for Naito. First baseman for Japan. 3-2, poked into right field. Coming in is Wallace. Had a little bit of a late break, but she slides and makes the catch. Wallace with the speed to make up for getting that little bit of a late break, but makes the catch. And it's 3 up, 3 down for Japan. We'll head to the bottom of the first. No score.
Live for the bases loaded, for the full counts.
You got this.
Live for the away games, for the strikeouts.
Oh, man.
Live for the high fives, the pop flies, and the moonshots.
That's my girl.
There's my slugger.
Live for the big moments and the little ones. Live the game like never before.
I am a place that's built on tradition but thrives on momentum, where solid roots keep me grounded and big ideas push me higher, where the streets hum with energy, culture sparks connection, and we celebrate every win together. From the bright lights to the colorful walls, from the sound of progress to the quiet of wide open spaces. I am a place that finds its way into your spirit, your stories, your heart. They call me Oklahoma City, and I've saved you a front row seat.
No score, bottom of the first inning in this gold medal match between Japan and the United States. As Japan has taken the field for the first time, and starting pitcher for Japan is Goto Miyu, a 25-year-old left-hander, won a gold medal in the 2020 Olympics, actually got the save in the gold medal game against the United States, and she's been good this week. 2-0, 12 innings, has given up just 7 hits. But look at that strikeout to walk ratio, 18-1. So no need to be patient with her. She's going to throw strikes, and you need to hit them when they get in there.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very disciplined program. I think all around you're going to see a lot of discipline in the batter's box and in the pitcher circle. And one thing that Goto Miyu gets to be a part of is playing behind Ueno. And all of the experience that Ueno has in that circle, I feel like she's just been able to absorb so much knowledge and her experience that she is now set in a great position to help this program continue to succeed.
And another look at the U.S. Women's National Team's starting lineup with Maya Brady at the top of the order. She's hit a couple of home runs, and then down at the bottom, Janae Jefferson also with 2 home runs this week. So it can come from anywhere in that order.
Yeah, this lineup is truly unbelievable. I mean, there's no breaks. There's a lot of speed, a lot of power.
So it starts here with Brady. And a called strike on the outer edge. 0-1 to Maya Brady, who's 6 for 11 this week with 2 home runs, a double, and 8 RBIs. Started off yesterday's game against the U.S. Elite team with a homer. She's behind in the count here, 0-2. Goto just misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Goto. Yeah, 2-0. And against Samoa in the American Samoa in the first game, 6 innings, 4 hits, struck out 12, didn't walk a batter. Just missed up and in, and looked like Yamauchi, the catcher, wanted that one. Takes off the mask to say, where was it?
They are all wondering the same thing.
So Brady may have caught a break here.
It's a great pitch.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And this time it hits Brady in the elbow. Right on that elbow pad. We saw a couple of times yesterday some hit by pitches that just missed that help poke guard and hit on the forearm, but this one catches the guard cleanly. That's what that's there for. Take your base.
Took a little bit of speed off that pitch, didn't look too painful. But we have seen multiple teams throughout this week really trying to come inside on the hands of these hitters.
So Skylar Wallace now up for the U.S. First pitch misses outside, and with Wallace, Australia tried to come inside on her, and she turned on it and hit a 2-run homer down the line. 2 balls and no strikes to Wallace. He's 4 for 8 this week with that home run and 2 RBIs. Head in the count here on Goto. 2-0. There's a called strike. Wallace, 26-year-old from Woodstock, Georgia in the Atlanta area, former Florida Gator. Umpire called time. Kentucky may have said something to the U.S. dugout, or not sure if it was Jennings, the on-deck hitter, or what, but ready to go now. 2-1. Wallace whiffs at that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes again now. Goto against the elite team was great in that one. 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, just 2 runs, struck out 6, and only walked out 1 batter. Takes something off. It's grounded over to first. Naito goes to second for 1. Back over to first. Not in time. Almost a tremendous play. Trying to go 3-6-3. But Wallace too quick down the line.
It's really great effort here. The way that she allowed her momentum to completely turn her around and make that throw to second base, ensuring that she got the lead out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 23, Tiare Jennings.
So Tiare Jennings now up for Team USA. 2 for 10 this week, but has 5 RBIs. First right-handed batter of the order for Team USA, and first pitch misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes here to Jennings. Jennings part of that group at Oklahoma that won 4 straight College World Series titles. Check swing did not go. 2 balls and no strikes to Jennings.
She's able to hold back on that.
2-0. Inside now, 3 balls and no strikes here with Jennings.
Really working that change. We haven't seen it that much this week.
3 balls and no strikes. Goto on the outer half in their first strike. Looked like Jennings was taking all the way there. Had a 2-run single with the bases loaded as part of that 3-run 3rd inning yesterday against the Elites. Reaches out, pokes this one foul with Wallace running on the pitch.
Seemed like a hit and run. Not necessarily a pitch that Tiare could work with, but protecting her runner.
Jennings was a 4-time first-team All-American as well. Only 21 players in NCAA history have done that. She's one of them.
She's been so fun to watch. I mean, all through her collegiate career and in the AUSL, she's had a tremendous career.
3-2. Fouled off again. This one goes off the front of the Japan dugout. So still 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Jennings. From San Pedro, California in the LA area. Goto. Another one reached out. This one might be in play though, and Naito makes the catch in foul ground. So 2 away. And brings up Megan Grant. 1 on and 2 outs. Another look here. Plenty of room here for Naito. So Grant now up at the plate. Back to another left-handed hitter. First pitch swinging, weak ground ball over to second. Goto has it, goes first, and that will do it for the United States in the first. So scoreless through 1 between the United States and Japan for the gold medal in the USA Softball International Cup. 2nd inning coming up next. No score top half of the second between Japan and the U.S. Women's National Team for the gold medal of the USA Softball International Cup. And these two, it's been one of these two teams every time these two have faced off here at the International Cup. It's one of the two that have won each of the 14 cups so far. U.S. has 10, Japan with 3, but Japan actually leads the all-time series 26-24. So a chance here for the United States to get one back, try to get closer to 500. As they work in the circle here, and Montana Fouts, when looking back, and they had a little bit of trouble with her footing in that Canada game. Was it maybe a reason why she was not as accurate as we normally see her? And I mean, she's giving instruction to the field crew, who's had a great week. I mean, haven't had any rain, so they've had to provide all the moisture on the field and the raking and the dragging and the adding of the dirt. They've had a lot to do this weekend, but have been great out there this week.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a tough job. They come off the Women's College World Series the end of May, early June, hosting this event. They host so many different events throughout the year, or throughout the summer. They've got youth events, men's and women's slow pitch events, international cups. They've got so many events, and this field crew is not done after tonight's game. They've got to start over with the All-American Games that is just going to be getting started tomorrow morning.
And if anything, their work quadruples with
Yeah.
the other three
With
fields in
youth,
play.
Yeah, I mean, they're on, typically there's, hour or maybe 2 hour time limits, hour and a half between that window, and you're flipping the fields very often. So they've got a lot of work to do, and yeah, just not just this field, they've got 4 to manage.
Good crowd here today at Devon Park for this gold medal matchup, and just a great chance for everyone to see two of the best programs in the world with the United States and Japan. There's a reason why they have won every international cup so far, and always seem to be one of those two teams for the Olympics every time it comes around, with softball in the Olympics as well. Fouts now testing it out. Looked like she thought it was okay.
Just like, I don't want to mess it up. What do I do?
Well, it's yours to mess up now, right? Like, the work is done. Time to pitch on it. Coaching staff asking if it's all right. Looks like it's all right for Montana Fouts. Went to Alabama, graduated in 2023, and just coming off a AUSL title with the Utah Talons, where she was an incredible pitcher. She was the pitcher of the year, leading the league in wins, innings, strikeouts, and complete games. 8 complete games for Montana Fouts, and second place had just 4. So she's someone that will go the distance more often than not.
Yeah. She knows what she likes.
Looks like we're just about ready.
Got to feel confident out there.
Leading off here for Japan, Yamauchi Saori. Yamauchi, the catcher, 7 for 13 this week, has 3 doubles, 5 RBIs. She was able to hit a double in all 3 group stage games. That's a first pitch strike here on Yamauchi. And a called strike, and I think Montana Fouts is liking the circle. Starts 0-2. This one very high. No one on base, no harm done there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Japan played in the Softball Australia Cup in February. Yamauchi was the MVP of that tournament. This is fouled fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. She hit .316 with 3 homers and 12 RBIs. Leads off the second here for Japan. Missed away, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yamauchi. France has had to work for these first 4 hitters. Several foul balls with 2 strikes, and now this is the third of the first 4 batters that have had a full count.
Mentioned earlier just how disciplined this Japan roster is.
Right at Coleman, barely has to move as she makes the catch, and there's 1 out. Coleman positioned perfectly there, and there's 1 out here in the second.
Now having the designated player, number 2,
Now,
Yume Kiriishi.
Kiriishi Yume comes up to the plate. She's had a great week, 6 for 11. First pitch inside, 1-0. It's hit a home run and driven in 4. Home run came against American Samoa in first day. Ball strike here, 1 ball and 1 strike to Kiriishi. Strike on the outer edge now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Montana Fouts drafted in the 9th round of the inaugural draft for the AUSL in January of 2025 and has led the Talons to 2 straight titles. 1 hopper. Quickly Jennings has it, and 1 hops it over to first. Jennings on 1 hop, flipping on 1 hop.
Great job by Jennings, just kind of identifying where that ball was going to hop and how to play it best. Taking that step back and
Heading the left fielder, number 19,
making that good
Hotaru
throw.
Tsukamoto.
First pitch in there for a strike. Tsukamoto. And the hole now, 0-2. 3 for 6 with a homer, 4 RBIs. Fouled off to the left side. Fouts perfect through an inning and 2/3 so far. Just misses outside. Ball and 2 strikes now to Tsukamoto. Fouled back up over the screen. Fouts looking for that first strikeout. Led the AUSL in strikeouts this year, 67. One, 2. On the ground over to second base. This time it's Jefferson who throws over to first. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Japan. We head to the bottom of the second. No score here in Oklahoma City between Japan and the United States, going for the gold in the International Cup. No score, bottom half of the second. United States back up. As the Stars and Stripes go 5, 6, 7 in the order, starting with Deja Mulipola. Let's go to Mew. Stays in the circle.
Number 34, Deja Mulipola.
Mulipola 4 for 9 this week with a homer and 2 RBIs. And first pitch from Goto is in their first strike, 0-1, Mulipola. Home run came against Australia, first day of the group stage. Missed away, 1 ball and 1 strike to Mulipola. Out of Arizona. In the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Mulipola was named Catcher of the Year twice in 2019 and 2021. As a Wildcat. Popped up down the line, and no one able to get to that one. Ishikawa at short had the best chance at it. So it goes by that tarp that we haven't really needed this week.
It's been a great week for softball. Hot,
Yes.
but I think that's preferred over rain delays and
Yes.
bad field conditions.
Hot over rainy any day. Sunshine never ruined anybody's plans. As Mulipola goes down swinging, and Goto gets the first strikeout of the game. So 1 away as Mulipola just swings right through that one. So there's 1 out.
Now batting the center fielder.
Mulipola, no
number 10,
stranger
Jada
to
Coleman.
this Japan roster either. She actually spent some time overseas playing in that Japan softball league professionally. So lots of familiar faces for her.
Now it's Jada Coleman, lefty-lefty matchup. Coleman 2 for 9 with an RBI this week. Called striking as she came up to the plate. Chance of Boomer Sooner came through the crowd. So Coleman, part of that group that won 4 straight College World Series titles for Oklahoma. And it's right back through the middle, and the U.S. has the first hit.
Jada Coleman's a really good competitor. Obviously, we talk about her career at OU, but she's also been a part of this USA program for years. She was part of the junior national team. She's very familiar with how things work, how evaluations go. But, I mean, if she continues to perform the way she's performing, I think her chances are pretty high.
Alyssa Brito now up. Another one from Oklahoma, 3-time College World Series champion. This one a little looper, in some trouble, and that'll fall in for a base hit. And Coleman had to wait because her, along with the rest of us here, weren't sure if it was going to drop or not, but able to slide in safely into second. It's back-to-back hits for the U.S.
You can see Jada trying to stay out as far as she can just to make sure that it's down, but keeping herself in a position to potentially get back if that were to be caught. Great base running, and good job by Brito trying to keep this momentum going.
So 2 on and 1 out for Hannah Flippen. First pitch inside. Flippen 1 for 7 this week. Only Ute on the roster out of Utah. Missed away. 2 balls, no strikes to Flippen. First team All-American in 2017, her senior year. Inside, scoots out of the way. And it's now 3-0 to Flippen. One more would load the bases for Janae Jefferson, who has 2 home runs this week.
Flippen Been competing to be a part of this national team since 2016. She spent some time with the elite team. She's been part of camps.
Way ahead in the count here, 3-0. Takes the cold strike. Flippin was twice named Pac-12 Player of the Year, junior and senior year. The 3-1. Inside, that's ball 4, and the bases are loaded after the rare walk from Goto, just her second walk this week, as she is now into her 18th inning of pitching. And for that just to be her second walk, that's a big deal.
Wow.
Now adding the second
It brings up Janae Jefferson.
Janae Jefferson.
Jefferson 5 for 10, 2 homers, 3 RBIs this week. And the U.S. has done well with the bases loaded. 2 grand slams this week. First pitch misses. 1 ball, no strikes to Jefferson.
And we can take a look at the defense. They're playing pretty tight just to try to get that out at home. But Jefferson, I mean, she's had some pop this week. She's capable of doing so much. She's a true triple threat.
Cold strike, and the way Montana Fouts is pitching on the other side, 1 run might be enough.
Yeah, this won't be too much of a high-scoring game. I mean, pitching on both sides is really good.
Hit into the air, should be deep enough. Tsukamoto goes back, makes the catch, throws it into third base. Ball gets a little bit away, and everyone's going to move up on the error. It'll be a sac fly for Jefferson. As Coleman scores easily, but got away over at third base. Tsukamoto threw it into third. Wasn't a terrible throw either, just one that bounced a few times and got by Okawa.
Top of the order for the USA. Now batting the left fielder, number 7, Maya Brady.
Back up to the top of the order, and Maya Brady. Runners at second and third. First pitch misses outside. Brady hit by a pitch her first time up. Now, Goto calls time. Maya Brady out of UCLA. Cold strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. UCLA, one of those programs that is well represented here by the U.S. national team. Fouls it off right side, and it's ball and 2 strikes.
UCLA is represented across the board. We saw some former Bruins on the elite team as well. Bubba Nichols, Allie Carta, got Megan Grant here.
One, 2. Another little looper. Koto goes back, makes the catch, and ends the second inning. So the error doesn't really hurt Japan, but a sacrifice fly from Janae Jefferson, able to score. Jada Coleman gives the United States the first run of the game. It's 1-0 as we head to the third here at the USA Softball International Cup presented by Mercy.
Next, let's hear Region 7. Let's go.
The United States has broken through and scored the first run of the game. It's 1-0.
Let's hear you.
Sacrifice fly from Janae Jefferson, her 4th RBI of the week, scores Jada Coleman. As
Region 9.
the United States really manufactured that run with 2 straight singles, the walk, and then the sacrifice fly to score the first run of the game. Hearing call-outs from the public address announcer for all the regions for the youth league teams, and everyone cheering on their own region. As Oklahoma looks like we're in, what, Region 5?
Yes,
with
Oklahoma's
Texas and New
Region
Mexico.
5, yeah. Yeah, so there's 10 different regions and 56 associations. So when you think of it, it's, USA Softball of Oklahoma is one. There's one USA Softball of Texas, and then there's USA Softball of Dallas. So it's kind of breaking up the bigger places. There's SoCal, there's NorCal. And so in that instance, you are performing or trying out for your specific region to make the team. And again, there's 15 per roster. I think some regions are represented with 2 teams, so 30 max in your region. So being selected to this event is a big deal.
Yeah, for an example, just looking at that, New York State has one, but New York City is also a separate part of that Region 1.
So Region 10 is Arizona, Central California, Hawaii, Nevada, Northern California, Sacramento, San Francisco, and Southern California. And Southern California in itself could be very vague.
Right.
So.
Yeah, the fact that there's Northern California, Sacramento, and San Francisco.
Yeah.
A lot of people would consider all those Northern California.
But again, being selected to this is really special. They have a really cool experience lined up for these girls all week long.
Montana Founts working on Okawa Mayu here. Okawa looks at ball 3, so it's a full count here to Okawa. And this is the 7th batter of the game, but the 4th to face a full count here against Montana Founts. Founts has sat them all down so far. And she does again. First strikeout of the game. As Founts has gone 7 up, 7 down so far.
She's doing a really good job. She throws pretty hard. So seeing them kind of trying to be short and quick to the ball. You're going to see that adjustment with this Japan lineup.
First pitch to Kudo Kana. It's a strike. Kudo is 2 for 9 with an RBI. And called strike, and so Founts again able to get ahead of a hitter. Founts with the 0-2. Missed away, 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Kudo. Low and outside, 2 balls now, and 2 strikes. And now she's battled all the way back and run the count full. Japan looking for its first base runner, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kudo Kana.
Man, that one looked good.
Bounce with the deep breath. 3-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts for Founts.
It's a great pitch here. Seeing these hitters just miss right over it. Seeing her ball break right at the plate just in time.
Kuroji Ayana comes to the plate. Check swing doesn't matter. It's a called strike. Kuroji looking for her first hit of the week. She's 0 for 7. number 9 hitter for Japan. 0-1, swing and a miss. Looked like Kuroji was trying to take a running start there.
Looked like a slap from the right side. Just trying to get the barrel on the ball.
Nothing else has worked for Japan today. And it's a called strike 3. Mulipola knew it immediately as she ran towards the dugout as Montana Fout strikes out the side. The first one was Okawa swinging, Kudo swinging, and Kuroji looking. 1-2-3 goes Japan, and the U.S. still leads. It's 1-0 heading to the bottom of the third.
107.7 The Franchise, your flagship station for Oklahoma Sooner sports, covering the Sooners, Thunder, Cowboys, and Purple High Schools.
Live for the bases loaded, for the full counts. Live for the away games, for the strikeouts. Live for the high fives, the pop flies, and the moonshots.
That's my girl.
There's my slugger.
Live for the big moments and the little ones. Live the game like never before.
I am a place that's built on tradition but thrives on momentum, where solid roots keep me grounded and big ideas push me higher, where the streets hum with energy, culture sparks connection, and we celebrate every win together. From the bright lights to the colorful walls, from the sound of progress to the quiet of wide open spaces. I am a place that finds its way into your spirit, your stories, your heart. They call me Oklahoma City, and I've saved you a front row seat.
The United States leads Japan 1-0, bottom half of the third inning. And this is the last 4 times that they have met in this International Cup, or as it used to be known, the World Cup of Softball. And pretty even. 2 wins for Japan, 2 wins for the United States. And the score was 2-1 on 3 of those.
I was just going to say, not a lot of runs being produced.
Skylar Wallace leads things off here for the United States as Goto Mio is still in the circle, and Wallace looks at a called strike. Grounded into a fielder's choice over at first base, her first time up, so she's 0 for 1. Right back to Goto. It catches her, but still gets into center field. Hopefully just a glazing blow there. As looked like it hit her square in the chest, but still was able to get into center field with a lot of speed, so wasn't able to slow much of it down.
I think she may have gotten her glove up in time. But yeah, not much was taken off of it. It's a hard hit ball.
Training staff never came out, so
she's
I guess
good.
it was the glove. Good thing is Wallace puts on the base running mitts, and Tiare Jennings comes to the plate. Fouled out to first, her first time up. Looks to bunt. Bunts a foul to the first base side.
Skylar Wallace a threat to steal second base. Tiare Jennings in that situation, that's really important to get that bunt down. Get your runner advanced. Those are the things that Coach Gasso wants to see you execute in moments like this.
The 0-1. Popped up foul ground, but this one will reach the seats. Jennings in a hole, 0-2.
And 2 strikes now, but even on that last pitch, we're seeing Okawa at third base, pretty deep.
toes 0-2. Another pop-up, this one in play though, and the catcher Yamauchi able to make the catch. And there's one away, so Jennings is now fouled out twice.
It's a big time to make your adjustments. And we talked about all week long kind of how Coach Gasso is really trying to narrow down who could be on the Olympic roster in 2028.
First pitch to Megan Grant, misses outside 1-0, but it's not just Patty Gasso that's making these decisions. She has a wide range of assistant coaches helping her out and all sorts of staff members.
Yeah, there's a whole procedure in place. There's a selection committee, the whole pool of athletes. So, I mean, there's quite a few people involved to make those decisions and make sure we're sending the right people to represent our country and bring home a gold medal.
Soft liner to short, makes the catch. Ishikawa throws to first to double up Wallace, and that ends the third inning as Wallace tried to freeze on that line drive, but couldn't quite get back to the bag in time. As it was a little bit of a softer liner than I think that Wallace was thinking it was going to be, but ends up being a double play. And we head to the fourth. It's 1-0 U.S. Women's National Team. Top of the fourth inning, U.S. Women's National Team leads Japan 1-0. Brandon Hart here with Destiny McElroy, former Team USA outfielders. We take a look at the tournament history for this International Cup. It used to be known as the World Cup of Softball. Took some time off between 2019 and this year, but we saw American Samoa play in this tournament for the first time, but it has been either USA or Japan that has won every year.
Yeah, lots of good competition. And like you mentioned, American Samoa, they've got some good talent. A lot of good power in the batter's box, great coaching staff. I think they're going to be a up-and-coming country that is going to be a good competitor in this tournament.
Nakagawa looks at ball one here, 1-1. Fouled out to first base, her first time up. Japan has been at the International Cup every year but once. They only missed 1 year. So this one's a called strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That year allowed Australia, who was here this year. They got second place that year in a United States win. Low and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nakagawa.
Japan has a really good professional league to help develop their players and keep them active year-round with high competition. I think the U.S. is really starting to get that established with the AUSL, allowing these athletes to have professional careers outside of playing for Team USA.
Fouled off to the left side, and with that Japanese league that so many of them are playing in, and how established it was. A lot of the United States players were going over there to play professionally.
Yeah, lots of our athletes were headed out to Japan to participate in that league and continue to develop and give themselves some opportunities to continue to grow and develop and continue to be in the pool of athletes for the national team selections. And now with the AUSL and Kim Ang heading that up, I think it's headed in the right direction for some of the players to stay here and keep competing.
3-2, soft liner to short. Jennings makes the call, makes the catch, and there's one out in the fourth. Easy play for Jennings there.
Having the shortstop, number 13, Kyoko Ishikawa.
Ishikawa Kyoko is up now for Japan as they try to figure out Montana Fouts. Called strike right on the outside corner.
Let's see, just about every player on this diamond. Janae Jefferson is part of the Professional Softball League outside of AUSL. She's playing with the Atlanta Smoke. But all other athletes are part of the AUSL, have competed against one another all summer long.
0-2 now to Ishikawa. And Fouts gets her fourth strikeout of the game. And she is still yet to allow a base runner.
Now having the first baseman, number 22.
Got Ishikawa off balance there.
A bit off balance, and we're seeing a little bit of bigger swings. They're just trying to catch up to the ball somehow, some way. But the velocity that she brings is making it tough.
Called strike on the inside corners. Naito didn't look like she liked that call, or just upset that that was a called strike. This one fouled off down the line. And Fouts ahead in the count again. No balls and 2 strikes. Flight out to right, her first time up. Righty-righty matchup. Fouts with the 0-2. Fouled off the other way. Look out. Nice catch off the carom.
Making plays out here.
That's why you bring your glove. You never know. Montana Fouts 0-2. Another soft pop up to Jennings. Handled easily, and it's 12 up, 12 down for Japan as the U.S. Women's National Team leads. It's 1-0, heading to the bottom half of the fourth.
Japan had no runs with no hits, no errors,
United States leads Japan. It's 1-0. Bottom half of the fourth. Japan has yet to have a base runner. The only difference so far is Janae Jefferson, a sacrifice fly, scoring Jada Coleman. It's been all the offense that the United States has really mustered through the first 3 innings. And Coleman will start on deck for this inning, but Deja Mulipola leads things off. And it takes a called strike with Goto Mio still in the circle. Mulipola struck out swinging her first time up, only strikeout for Goto today. Just misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike to Mulipola. Now Goto wants to talk it over with the catcher Yamauchi. Quick meeting in the circle. Ball and a strike here to Mulipola. Former Arizona Wildcat. Reaches out and pulls it to the left side. Great effort there from Tsukamoto, but runs out of room. And she needed just about 2 more feet and would have made that catch.
Really great effort and good hustle. I mean, she got there pretty quick. Just didn't have the space.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mulipola. Hit a home run versus Australia in the first day. Looks low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Goto starts her windup. The 2-2. Fouled off by Mulipola. She's got a piece of it and hit herself, but she's ready to go. She wants to go immediately. Two balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off again. Mulipola just won't go away here.
It's a good battle. Typically see lots of power from Mulipola.
Mulipola, catcher of the year, 2019-2021. Plays for the Texas Volts. She hit 3 home runs this year in the AUSL. 2-2 misses away. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Mulipola. Japan has relied on Goto all week long. This is her 3rd start. And she went 6 innings for the first 2 starts. Working into her 4th inning here. She's been good, only giving up 1 run. 3-2, fouled off again. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Payoff pitch again, finally gets Mulipola swinging. 2nd strikeout for Goto, and 2nd time Mulipola has been that strikeout victim.
Great pitch, working that outside part of the plate, getting her to chase.
Brings up Jada Coleman. Coleman's 1 for 1, single to center, her first time up, and came around and scored the game's only run. Takes a called strike on the outside corner. She singled, moved over to 2nd on a bloop single. A walk that loaded the bases to 3rd, and then a sacrifice fly got her home. Trying to get her to chase upstairs. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Coleman from the Colony, Texas, just north of Dallas. Reaches out, drives it to center. And Roji's there to make the catch. First two retired here in the fourth. And Alyssa Brito comes to the plate.
Now batting the third baseman, number 33, Alyssa Brito.
Brito had the bloop single into right her first time up, so she's 1 for 1. And Koto looks like she remembers that and points out to right field. Pitches her away and catches the outside corner, 0-1. Brito's home run came against China. That's another called strike here, 0-2. And it is going out towards right field again, but Nakagawa is there right on the line, makes the catch, and ends the fourth inning. 3 up, 3 down goes the Stars and Stripes, but the United States still leads over Japan. It's 1-0 in the gold medal matchup of the USA Softball International Cup, heading to the fifth.
I am a place that's built on tradition but thrives on momentum, where solid roots keep me grounded and big ideas push me higher, where the streets hum with energy, culture sparks connection, and we celebrate every win together. From the bright lights to the colorful walls, from the sound of progress to the quiet of wide open spaces. I am a place that finds its way into your spirit, your stories, your heart. They call me Oklahoma City, and I've saved you a front row seat.
United States leads Japan 1-0 here in the top half of the fifth. Gold medal matchup as we see the head coach for Team Japan, Utsuji Reika, gold medal winner in 2020 Olympics, but he's also had some success as a player, winning 2 Olympic medals. Great leader for Japan and trying to figure out how to get to Montana Founts. She pitched the first pitch strike here to Yamauchi Saori.
It's always great having those veteran players come back as coaches in this situation, because there's such a unique experience that these athletes go through of traveling the world and understanding competition and understanding the difference in collegiate or professional and international ball. There's slight differences, and just being able to have that knowledge and those mentors that were there before you is really important.
Doesn't go on that check swing. Take another look, see if she went. Maybe.
That's close.
Looked like Yamauchi thought she went too. Gets another chance and looks at ball 2. Montana Founts has not allowed a base runner through 4. Popped up down the left field line, hooking foul, and that will reach the seats.
Got to keep that one.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouts has struck out 4. Fouled off again. Montana Fouts went to Alabama, second in Alabama history in strikeouts. The 2-2 just doesn't get one here. Yamauchi, she's been smiling after a couple of these. The check swing, that one, feeling like she's getting second and third chances. And she fouls off another one.
Good battle. Just trying to get the barrel to the ball. Montana with so much movement, so much speed, it's tough to make contact.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Yamauchi. And it's a called strike 3. 5th strikeout for Fouts.
What a great pitch. I mean, no question there. She doesn't like the decision, but you got to continue to battle that one off.
So Kiraishi Yume comes to the plate. Grounded to short her first time up as Fouts still has not allowed anybody to reach first base. 1 ball, no strikes to Kiraishi.
I love the energy that Montana has brought to the circle. I feel like she's just very poised, very confident, not wasting any time.
It's hit right back to her, able to field her position nicely and toss it over to first for an easy out. It's a 2-way in the 5th.
An easy play here. Just take it the easy way, take it underhand.
She's been doing so well throwing underhand already. Why not do it over to first? Tsukamoto fouls the first pitch off. She's 0 for 1, grounded to second. Sacrifice fly has been the only run today. And a called strike, and Fouts again. Able to get ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Montana Fouts just misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tsukamoto Ayena. Popped up, shallow right. Making the call, Jefferson at second makes the catch. And that ends the 5th. As it is 15 up and 15 down for Japan. U.S. leads 1-0 heading to the bottom of the 5th. New pitcher for Japan is the United States leads 1-0. As the new pitcher is Ueno Yokiko. Ueno is got to be the oldest player in the cup this year. She's 44 years old. Won bronze in 2004, gold in 2008, and gold in 2020. A three-time Olympian for Japan, and she comes in here, and well, this is her second appearance of the week. She got the win against Canada, coming out of the bullpen, going 4 2/3 innings, giving up 3 hits and 1 run, struck out 3 and walked 1. But she has had quite the career for Japan as she starts kind of flipping off with a strike. Flipping walked her first time up. Missed away, 1 ball and 1 strike. First player to throw a perfect game in the Olympics. Did that against China in the Athens Olympics on the way to the bronze medal in 2004.
I mean, she has been very impressive her entire career, and I think what sticks out the most to me is she stuck it out through the hiatus of softball not even being an official Olympic sport from 2008 to 2020. I mean, that's a long time to stay determined.
And she gets flipping, swinging at a ball in the dirt. Throw down to first, completes the strikeout. Ueno replaces Goto, who goes 4 innings, gives up 3 hits and a run, strikes out 2 and walks 1.
Catcher for Japan, number 2, Yume Kiriishi.
We also have a new catcher, so a completely new battery is Kirishi Yuma is behind the plate as well. And the first pitch to Janae Jefferson, who has the only RBI today. Sacrifice fly her first time up. She's 0 for 1. Just off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike to Jefferson. Ueno's had some success against the United States in her past, especially in that Tokyo Olympics. So this one bounces way in front of the plate. Went 2-0 against the U.S. with a 0.95 ERA. And in that gold medal game, she pitched 6 shutout innings. 2-0 win.
I mean, I think we're seeing, as of right now, the best pitcher in the world.
Just missed off the plate, 3 balls and a strike. She was the first non-American pitcher to win 2 gold medals for softball in the Olympics. This one lifted into the air into left field. Long run, not going to get it. Tsukamoto plays it off the wall, and Jefferson, providing the firepower for the United States today, has a hit.
Jefferson seeing the ball so well all weekend long. She's got the pop, she's got the speed, and she's been able to really place all sides of the field.
Top of the order for the USA.
So back up to the top of the order here with Maya Brady. 0 for 1, popped to second her last time up. Hit by a pitch to start the game for the United States. Has a runner in scoring position. Right back up the middle for a base hit. Jefferson is going to be able to score as it gets by Kuroji. All the way over to third goes Brady. She slides in without a throw. We'll call it an RBI single and a 2-base error, but the United States now leads 2-0.
It's a great piece of hitting, just doing what you can, keeping the ball on the dirt, getting it through. You never know what could happen. Stretching the triple on that.
That's not the first time that Brady has taken advantage of an error and ended up on third base. Did that against Australia on a missed pop fly. Skylar Wallace looks at ball one in the dirt. Wallace 1 for 2. Single to center her last time up. Offense cooking here. Bueno. Missed inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Wallace with the 2-0. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes here for Skylar Wallace. Infield playing in, they can't afford to give up any more runs. Wallace has a 3-0 count against her. Finds a strike zone on the outer edge. 3 balls and a strike. Wallace out of Florida. Played for the Chicago Bandits this year and hit .500. Leading the league in several offensive categories. Little blooper will be caught. Hiroji gets it in quickly as well as Brady unable to tag up. Just stayed up. Hiroji was able to get underneath it, and runner doesn't advance, so it stays 2-0.
Number 23, Tiare Jennings.
Patty Gasso puts Tiare Jennings back up to the plate, who's fouled out twice. Once to first, once to the catcher. So she's 0 for 2. First pitch called strike.
Jennings is typically a hitter who you see actively making some adjustments. Interested to see how she can kind of bounce back.
Called strike on the outside corner in the 2025 World Games. Jennings hit .400 with a couple of home runs and was named tournament MVP. Bueno. Just missed outside. Close pitch for Jennings to take there.
Jennings has a lot of pop, but you see a lot of doubles out of her.
She's driven in 5 this week, looking for 1 more here with a runner on third. Missed low. A little bit in the dirt as Kawaishi takes off the mask. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jennings. Ueno. Swing and a miss for Jennings as Ueno strikes out 2 here in the 5th, but not before Maya Brady delivers an RBI single right back up the middle. Got underneath the glove of Kuroji. The error doesn't hurt Team Japan, but the United States up now 2-0 going to the 6th. United States adds another run, RBI single from Maya Brady after the Janae Jefferson double. It's now 2-0. As we take a look at the BioBlast for Japan, the softball team founded in 1949, headquartered in Tokyo. This is their 13th International Cup appearance. They've defeated the U.S. in back-to-back Olympic gold medal games, and they've only missed one of these International Cups or World Cups of softball. As far as the U.S. goes, of course, they've been in every single one of them. Founded in 1933 with headquarters right here in Oklahoma City with 10 out of 14 Cup titles. Japan with the other 4. Montana Fouts perfect through 5. And Okawa Mayu comes to the plate. She struck out swinging her first time up as Fouts has struck out 5. First pitch swinging fouled off to the left side. So yeah, Fouts is perfect through 5. She can get through the next 2. That won't be her first perfect game on this field. As she gets another called strike here. Had a perfect game against UCLA in the 2021 College World Series, pitching for Alabama. Check swing, does she go? Yes, she did. Strikeout number 6. She could not hold up here.
Such a great pitch, and she's locating these balls so perfectly. So many of these Japan hitters have questioned their swing.
And another called strike here, this time on Kudo Kana. Struck out swinging her first time up. Whiffs at that one. And college Fouts had 4 total perfect games. As this one is swung on and missed. Kudo goes down swinging for the second time. That's number 7 for Fouts.
Montana just beating them on that same pitch almost. They're just seeing it through the zone and trying to keep up.
It looks like we'll have a pinch hitter here for Japan as Kimura Rana comes to the plate. Pinch hit.
Attention please, pinch hitting for Japan, number 8, Mana Kimura.
So Kimura up to the plate now. Big swing from her, comes up empty, 0-1.
Fouts just working quick in the circle, blowing it by them.
Another big swing, 0-2.
We don't have velocity up here, but I guess she's hitting 68 consistently.
She struck out the side in the 3rd while facing the bottom of the order. The 0-2. Little poke into left center field, and making the running catch is Maya Brady. Looked like Coleman could have gotten to that one too, but Brady's the one who makes the catch and ends the 6th inning. Montana Fouts perfect through 6 in this Softball International Cup gold medal matchup. U.S. leads. It's 2-0 to the bottom of the 6th.
Wearing USA across your chest, the USA Softball High Performance Program helps identify and develop.
I am a place that's built on tradition but thrives on momentum, where solid roots keep me grounded and big ideas push me higher, where the streets hum with energy, culture sparks connection, and we celebrate every win together. From the bright lights to the colorful walls, from the sound of progress to the quiet of wide open spaces. I am a place that finds its way into your spirit, your stories, your heart. They call me Oklahoma City, and I've saved you a front row seat.
In the lane, never slow
Bottom half of the sixth, the United States leading Japan 2-0 here in the gold medal matchup. You see U.S. head coach Patty Gasso, Hall of Famer, and 8-time national champion at University of Oklahoma.
Number 43, Megan Great.
Actually had the privilege of coaching the elite squad in this World Cup a few years ago. And this week she's been coaching them both.
Yeah, she has been named the 2028 Olympic coach. Ooh, Megan Great getting hit there.
Sounded like it hit the elbow pad.
Take a look here. Yeah, I think it hit directly. Oof.
Yep.
Still stings.
Now batting the catcher, number 34, Asia.
Coach Gasso, the 2028 Olympic coach, just really trying to get acclimated to these athletes. There's a pretty big pool of them, and her, along with the selection committee, will be selecting 15 athletes to be part of the Olympic Games in 2028 here in Oklahoma City.
So Aubrey Leach is going to come in to run.
Attention please, first day running for the USA at first base, number 75, Aubrey Leach.
So Leach comes in to run. He is Deja Mulipola. Up to the plate now. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Bueno trying to bunt but misses. And now taking off for second is Leach, and she is out. Looked like it was kind of in between a delayed steal, trying to take advantage of Japan, but they were ready for it. She gets caught stealing.
Take a look here. Leach just tried to stay out, okay. Just gave herself a little bit too much distance to cover on that. We've seen a successful delay here this week, but in that case, I think she just got a little bit too close to first base. Had to cover a little too much ground and gave them too much time.
Mulipola looks at that one for ball 1, 1-2. Home run came against Australia. That one comes up and hits her on the arm, so another hit by pitch. Second one in a row. I think that one grazed the elbow pad too. Brings up Jada Coleman, scored the game's first run. Back in the second inning, singled and finally came around and scored on a sacrifice fly. So runner on first, 1 out. And a big swing from Coleman. Left-handed bat for the United States. Coleman out of Oklahoma. On the ground over to short, could be 2. The flip to second, over to first, not in time as Coleman able to beat it out. Not as quick of a turn as you can make, but Coleman just too quick for that.
Really good play. Nice toss.
Melissa Brito now comes up to the plate, 1 for 2. Fouled off. The United States has been doubled off a couple of times on liners, including one today, but I don't think they've grounded into a double play this week.
Not that I can recall. It's those line drive type plays that they're a little unsure of.
One ball and 1 strike to Brito. little looper into center, falls in for a base hit. And Coleman stays on the bag at second. Not wanting to throw it, come in from behind her and tag her out. Just a little bloop single here from Brito.
It's really all it takes. I think Brito is such a role player in this lineup, just trying to find her way on base and keeping the momentum going. She's very capable of hitting home runs, but I think in these situations, she just keeps it short and simple.
Pitch high here for Hannah Flippin. 0 for 1, struck out swinging. Her last time up was walked. First time up in the second. 2 on, 2 out. On the ground, snagged by Bueno. And the throw to first gets Flippin and gets her out of the jam as we head to the 7th. Last chance for Japan. Hannah Faust is perfect through 6. See if she comes out to pitch the 7th. U.S. leads 2-0. United States leads 2-0. Last chance for Japan as the United States tries to go for gold here. The USA Softball International Cup. Top half of the 7th. And Montana Faust is perfect through 6. And first batter is a pinch hitter. And a swing and a miss. Pinch hitter is Fujita Yamamoto. And 0-2 quickly. Montana Faust is part of 4 perfect games in college, 3 of them by herself, including one right here on this field. On the ground, through the hole on the right side. The perfect game, the no-hitter is over as Fujita with the pinch hit single. So the first base runner of the game for Japan is aboard. And it looks like Nakagawa will re-enter the game as pinch runner.
That's what you want to see out of your pinch hitters. You want to give them an opportunity. They're not in their head. They don't have the last at-bat to be concerned about. They don't really know what to expect yet. And they're just getting in there and attacking any pitch that's given to them.
And because of Japan's pitching, all of a sudden the tying runs at the plate. Ishikawa Kyoko comes up to the plate. Ishikawa now behind in the count 0-1. 0 for 2 is fly to left. Struck out swinging. Tried to slap it the other way.
Heads up in the media well.
0-2. Fouts has struck out 7 today.
She really has been great all night.
It seems like Ishikawa is trying to push that ball to that left side.
89 pitches. Really good in the 7th inning.
Just got a piece of it to stay alive. And still 0-2. Here to Ishikawa. Slide to left. She was strikeout and victim number 4.
Ouch, she's working ahead in the count all game long.
The 0-2. Little blooper into shallow center, but Coleman makes the catch. Throws over to first, but Nakagawa able to get back in time. There's one away.
Great job by Coleman. You don't typically expect that throw to come in from center field. The base runner getting back in time, but kind of unexpected.
So Naito Minori comes to the plate.
22, Minori Naito.
Naito's 0 for 2. Slide to right, popped out to short. Another pop up to short, and Jennings drops it, but has the play over to second base, so they get the lead runner, but almost allowed the tying run to get on base, but Nakagawa's there and out at second.
CTRA kind of laughing it off, but that is not something you see from her. Just kind of lost track of it last minute, popped out of the glove,
16,
but able to keep up with it and get that lead runner out.
So Yamauchi Saori comes to the plate. As Japan's down to its last out. Yamauchi struck out looking the last time up. Started as the catcher today. Swings through that one. It's also flied to center. Now the Japan coach wants to have a pinch runner for Naito. As Fujimoto Herrera comes in to run at first. As USA chants ring through the crowd.
Attention please, courtesy running at first base for Japan, number 14, Urara Fujimoto.
So 1 ball and 1 strike here for Yamauchi. Fouled off, and Japan now down to its last strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first in the top of the 7th. Crowd trying to get behind Fouts for the gold medal. The 1-2. Down the line and left. But hooks foul. So back to first goes Fujimoto. Montana Fouts looking for the United States' first complete game this week. The 1-2. Poked foul this time.
Not going to make it easy.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. Fouts has allowed just 1 hit. The 1-2. Cold strike 3. And the United States has won gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's your
Montana Fouts. What a performance. 8 strikeouts and 1 hit over 7 innings as the United States wins gold for the 12th time.
Just an incredible job by the U.S. team. In the circle, Montana Fouts did a great job in the box. Ace running, great defensive plays. This is exactly what you want to see as you're headed into the Olympic Games in 2028. You only get so many chances to face Team Japan, and this is what you want to see.
A tremendous end to a tremendous week for the United States as the national team goes undefeated here, 5 wins in 5 days, with wins over Australia, Canada, China, the U.S. elite team, and then Japan. As you saw the defense there with Wallace, the hit up the middle for the RBI. Maya Brady scoring Janae Jefferson, who drove in the first run of the game. And then it was Montana Fouts mowing down hitter after hitter after hitter. She ends up with 8 strikeouts for the United States as they capture the gold in the International Cup. So that'll do it for us here in Oklahoma City. For Destiny McElroy, I'm Brandon Hart, saying so long from the softball capital of the world, Devon Park in Oklahoma City, where the final score is United States 2, Japan nothing. All games for the International Cup presented by Mercy, airing on ESPN Networks, or streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN